Sun is the source of every soul on this planet. I must tell each one of you. Your soul is connected to my soul, and my soul is connected to various other souls, and various other souls are connected to each other through only one Shakti, which is known as Surya, Sun. How does it connect? It connects through its energy, and that energy is coming from Agni Devata himself. So when you look at Surya, bright, shining, and you half close your eyes and you look at the Surya, you will see so many rays that are coming from the Surya towards you. What are these rays? These rays are known as Rashmis. And these are the Rashmis that are connected in the entire world. So I am connected to you through a Rashmi, through a particular ray, through a soul connection is coming through a particular ray. So that is why Surya becomes extremely important planet in your horoscope. I have realized that many of my predictions are based on Surya. Suppose you want to understand the song of your life, that's is where, you have to understand Surya. Surya will tell you what is the song of your life. What is one major thing that you will do in this life that will change you and the universe? There is something known as forced bhagya. Forced bhagya is very different from your normal bhagya. Forced bhagya is something that no matter what you do in this life, you will not be able to escape it. You do lakhs and lakhs of karmas. You do whatever you want to do in this life. You meet a guru, you meet a teacher, you even meet Krishna. Even Krishna will tell you that, look, you have a forced bhagya. You will have to go through it. No guru, no teacher, nobody will be able to burn that for you. Because it is such a strong prarabdha that you will have to go through this. You will have to. If you don't, then it is postponed. It is not cancelled. Now, the ninth house is always your forced bhagya, right? But ninth house from where? From Lagna? No. It is the ninth house from Surya, which is your forced bhagya. Note down. Wherever your sun is, wherever your Surya is, you go to the ninth house from the Surya is something that you cannot escape. I'll give you an example right now. I'll give you examples for everything. Suppose you have Surya in the Lagna. Go to the ninth house. What is the ninth house? You will be forced to be religious and spiritual, no matter how much you escape from it. You become modern, you go to foreign lands, you have a very, very modern family, you have everything, but you will be forced to come in contact with the guru, with the teacher, with the spiritual guide. Nobody will believe in your circle that we are having a glass of wine, and what is this guy doing? This guy is reading Bhagavad Gita, astrology all the time. This is a forced bhagya. When you have Surya in the Lagna, you will have to travel long distance. In your life, you have to leave certain things and you have to go away. Because ninth house is not just bhagya, but I must tell you, if you are a Mesha Lagna and you have that ninth house as Sagittarius, Sagittarius is like a battleground, I must tell you. Suppose you have Surya in the second house, your forced bhagya is in the 10th house. Either you'll have to do forcefully certain karma for your father, for your parent, or you will have to work hard all your life. That is your forced bhag. You cannot escape hard work. Forget about it. You think that, okay, one day I'll build this everything, and maybe 10 years of my life I'll be relaxed and in a jungle. In the jungle also, every day you'll get a rain and you'll work hard to take the water out of your home. Hard work is something which is a forced bhagya. You can get away, you can sideline yourself from this forced bhagya, still you will have to work hard. When you have Sun in the third house. You people will have to talk to the public. 11th house is society, samaj. You will be forced to become an astrologer. You will be forced to go public. You will be forced for mass speaking, mass selling. You have to handle masses. Having Surya in the fourth house, personally, it is a little dangerous position because your forced bhagya is in the 12th house of destruction, of destroying certain things, of losses. You got to be isolated at time. Isolation, going abroad, living in isolation, being alone is your forced bhagya. Is your forced bhagya. Being on the foreign lands at time can be your forced bhagya. Just leaving and going there and working and being isolated is your something that your atma carries a kriya karma from the previous life. क्रिया कर्म क्यों करते हैं? ताकि इस जन्म के कर्म आपकी आत्मा के साथ अटैच होके जा सकें, so that your atma is clear about what you're supposed to do in the next life. What are your debts and what are your credits? Fourth Surya, I have seen this in the charts of judges, great army officers, because they will destroy the enemy. They will destroy. See, when a judge punishes someone, he's going to destroy somebody's life. You hang him till death or give him life imprisonment. You are going to destroy certain things in life for yourself and others is a bhagya, which is indeed can be a good thing as well. I've seen it in the charts of doctors where doctors destroy diseases. The scientists who've burnt diseases because 12th house is attached to hospitals, asylums, jail. I've seen jailers. I've seen people going in the foreign lands and doing well in their life because it is not the brain or the body that took them to the foreign lands. It is their soul, and they must listen to their soul in the foreign lands. That is the forced bhagya I'm talking about. When you have sun in the fifth house, you will be forced to work on your lagna, on your body. You can become an Ayurvedic doctor. You can be close to Ayurveda. You will have knowledge of medical sciences, treatments. If you're a bodybuilder, you will have information about all the macros and nutrients and everything, nutrition, because your sun is in the fifth house and its bhagya is in the lagna, the ninth from it. When you have Surya in the sixth house, you will be forced to do certain things for your family. The second house, your bhagya is towards your family, kutumba, towards food, towards taste, towards wealth. Wealth for whom? For yourself? No, for the family. You will have to work for your family. You will have to work for your kutumba. You will have to cook every day. You have to nourish people. It will be forced on you. You cannot escape cooking. You cannot escape from your family. You cannot live an independent life and say, one day, my children will grow up and they will be settled in life and then I'll be individual. No, you'll have to take care of your grandchildren. Second house. आपको आगे की आगे परिवार की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी खत्म ही नहीं होगी. Whenever you have sun in the seventh house, it is the third house. You will be forced into business. You want to have a job, you want to do a job, God will tell you, your Atma will tell you, I'm not going to work anymore. I want my business. Because third house is house of startups. And it will give you immense amount of wealth. A lot of people will say that sun in the seventh house is very, very bad position. It's if it is a Mesha Lagna, it is a debilitated one. Well, the bhagya of that Surya is in the third house. You will have bhagya with your friends, with your younger siblings, with your communication, and also the new startups. You will be forced new startups on you. Whenever you get a job, you will always get job in new startups. Any company which is starting new, you're getting a job, you have Surya in the seventh house, trust me. When you have Surya in the eighth house, it's the fourth house where you transform and you create a beautiful heart. You will have to work hard to give the luxuries to the family, to parivara, fourth house, to your mother. You will be forced to buy properties. You'll be forced to buy lands and everything. I have seen surgeons, heart surgeons. Fourth house is your heart. They've got Surya in the eighth house and they're working on the hearts of other people. She wanted to become maybe a psychologist, but then she ended up becoming a cardiosurgeon because she got that forcefully she got that trait because of her score in the entrance. When you have Surya in the 9th house, in your bhagya sthana, even if you don't want children, if your Venus is bad, your 5th lord is bad, you're not having children, you'll be working in a children's school. You'll have an adopted child. You'll have to work around children if you have Sun in the 9th house. You'll have to work for your mantra shastra. You have to be disciplined, spiritual, organized, and you will be forced mantras on you. Sun in the 9th house, the 5th house becomes your forced bhagya. People will leave their career for children. That is a forced bhagya. They will try their level best to start this career, that career, nothing working. End of the day, they're working for the children, for nourishment of the family, for spouse. 5th house is love, romance. They will quit certain things for love and romance. Sun in the 10th house, you will be forced in jobs, solving the conflicts. You'll be working around diseases and enemies and problems and conflicts. I've seen lawyers there, I've seen IAS officers there, I've seen people working in corporates in the problem-solving environment, issue resolve environment, research and development, even charity, even Jyotisha. 6th house is where you have lot of Jyotish. People say it's 11th house. Of course, it is 11th house, but it's the 6th house as well. You got to have strong planets in the 6th house to become a fantastic astrologer, because your bhagya would be in the 6th house, solving the problems and issues and health related issues and debts and problems of the 6th house. 6th house is diseases, debts, enemies, something that you don't want to do, charities. 6th house is something that you don't like. 6th house is house of transformation. No problem if there's no planet. It is not necessary to have planets. The bhagya will pick up the energy of that house. Bas. अब उसमें अगर कोई ग्रह आ गया, तो that is the cream on the cake, the cherry on the cake, and something more flavors are added to that house. Suppose Saturn comes in the 5th house when you have Sun in the 9th house, that means you'll have to work long hours. When you have Sun in the 11th house, one day, once in your life, you will be forced for a partnership. People having Sun in the 11th house cannot escape marriage, cannot escape associations. Their life will work through associations. They will get rid of one partner. Eventually, they will have circumstances to get another partner. It may be pain. It may be another chaotic 4-5 years with another partner, but they will be forced in associations. You cannot work without your buddy. You'll have to have a buddy with you all the time. Sun in the 12th house, you will have sudden events. Sun in the 12th house, many times you might not have your father, and you call your father-in-law as your father. The 8th house is the house of father-in-law. Your extended family comes in the 8th house. Some teacher, some guru will come and hold your hand and tell you, come learn Jyotish. Ye karna hai tumhe. That's Sun in the 12th house. You will have a forced bhagya related to the 8th house.